Hey everyone, it's Julia back for a third video with you. I hope your string playing is going well and that you're looking at string basics and that you have downloaded the interactive practice studio where you can get a whole lot more information based on all the songs that are in your book. Today we're going to review note values. We are going to play 3 different tunes. We are going to review for violins and violas the use of the 4th finger, and for the third piece we're going to look at slurs, where you can tie 2 notes together. Quickly turn to page 7 in your book. Number 19, 3-way pizzicato. We played this in the classroom. Line A has whole notes in it. We are in 4/4 time, so there are 4 quarter notes in every measure. So let's count. Each time I'm going to count you in, and then we're going to sing and say what's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. There's a repeat sign. You can repeat it when you're practicing. So those are the whole notes. They're worth 4 beats. Line B, what do you see? Those are half notes, that's right, and they are worth 2 beats each. Counting you in. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. D, A, D, D, A, D. Very good. So line C, that is just your quarter notes. There are 4 in every measure. It goes a little faster. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. D, 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 D. It's an easy exercise, but it's a great way to remind yourself of the value of a whole note, a half note, and a quarter note. Play along with your app, okay? Now let's turn to page 23. We're in the key of D, so you could prepare for this by playing your D major scale before you come to Brandenburg Reflections, number 112. I'm playing the viola today. Hi, viola players. I want to make you happy. Here's my, that's the cello bow. Here's my regular bow. And I've set myself up today, so I hope that you can see the fingering that I'm doing. The Brandenburg Reflections covers the D and the A string in the same way that the D major scale does. Listen, I'll play it through. Half note, rest, rest. It ends with a whole note that's worth 4 beats. Oh my word, there are so many notes in this piece. The good news is that many notes repeat themselves. Take a look, you can see that in the music. 2 Ds, 2 F sharps, 2 As, 2 Ds, that's how it opens. But look out, doesn't it look complicated? In measure 3, oh my goodness. But you know what? That is nothing more than a D major scale going down. Look at measure 3, it goes like this. Those 2 measures are just a D major scale going down. Don't be intimidated. Take a look on the second line at measure 13. Count along, take your time. Suddenly the notes are not in pairs anymore. They change. And so if you're approaching a piece and you want to practice it, find the difficult parts, draw a circle around with your pencil, practice those parts first before you play through the whole piece. And then you'll be set up for success. You will have practiced the difficult part. Measure 13 sounds like this. That was playing 13, 14, 15, and 16, all the way to the end. When you see a part of the music where it starts to look complicated, stare hard at it, identify the note names, and sometimes just play it measure by measure. Here's measure 13. It's a little tricky because I have to go from the A string to the D string. Measure 14. Tiny bit tricky because I'm having to go from E to G. I'm missing out the F sharp. Try measure 15. Not so hard. F sharp, E, D, E. A little bit twiddly. So where most of this piece comes in little pairs of notes, look out for measure 3 and measure 13. Practice those chunks that look complicated, then play the whole thing. And it comes from Bach's Brandenburg concertos, and really they play very fast. Listen out, see if you can find that piece. We don't play it that fast. Play it super slow until maybe you can speed up. Brandenburg Reflections. All right, here's where we're going to talk to violas and violinists about using their fourth finger. But cello players, I want you to join me and come to page 25 because this is a beautiful piece that you can play. It's a duet, so you can record yourself and then play with yourself. If you record yourself, count yourself in so that when you're listening, you'll hear yourself say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can join in and play line B or line A. So lightly row is using, it's in D major, it's using the fourth finger. Only the very first note is an open A string. The rest of that piece is played all on the D string. I've set myself up today so you can see my fingers. See how that fourth finger is going to land right there? I'll play it slowly and then we'll examine what we just did. Oh, the other thing that's happening in this piece is a retake every so often. Do you see a little thing that looks like an apostrophe at the end of the first line? That means retake your bow. If you've just played, you have to come back and start another down bow for the E. Watch me as I play it, okay? There's my fourth finger, I'm stretching. A new down bow for the second line, E. Another fourth finger, down bow. There is a second line of music under this, do you notice? Line B is a pizzicato accompaniment. So you could record one line and then play a different part above it. The second line is pretty easy. It's pizzicato just on open strings. D, 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 A, etc. You don't need to go through that. It's pretty simple. Rewind and play what I just played you. Try that fourth finger. One way to see if you've got it right is to play and then compare it to the open string. You can hear I'm moving my finger to try and match it. I'm really stretching on my viola. Good, I've matched it. So keep playing with that fourth finger. It can take a bit to strengthen the fourth finger, violins and violas. Cellos, you've already got good strong fourth fingers. Cellos play that tune too, it's a really nice one. Okay, take a look at page 28. We're going to look at slurs. I think if we covered it in the classroom, it was really only briefly. We're going to be playing page 140, song number 140 on page 29, called Long, Long Ago. But to warm up for that, I want you to look at exercises 135, cross strings countdown, and 137, slurs for sure. So a slur is where you put two different sounding notes into one bow. Here we are, the first two notes of 135, cross strings countdown, go across two strings from D to A. But I'm going to do it in one bow. And then it goes. Oops. I only need two notes. You can warm up by just doing that. That piece continues to tie the notes together, but look out, there are some rests, so we're going to have to remember what that whole note rest means. It means that we wait for 4 beats. Let's play 135, cross strings countdown. I am going to use my first finger for a B right there, so watch out for that. And then there's a G all the way at the end, starting from the beginning. Rest, 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 rest. Oh, forgive me, let's start again. I counted that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Ooh, that's a dramatic ending. D, G, G. So there, for example, is a tricky measure that I should have taken a look at before I started playing. So circle that with your pencil, and maybe it's worth playing a few times before you start the whole piece through. Okay, take a quick look at 137, slurs for sure. Starting on the G string. Oh, sorry. We're using half notes and quarter notes, but we're tying together all those quarter notes with a slur. I bet there's a really nice backing track for this on your app. Take a look and find it, click on the recording, and then play along. You can slow the recordings down if it's going too fast for you, okay? You can't slow me down, unfortunately. Let's take a look at number 40, Long, Long Ago. It's a beautiful song. I'll try and go slow. Do you see how we have some of those retake marks? It looks like an apostrophe above the music in measure 1, 2, 3. In measure 4, I finish on a down bow, and then I have to retake. And on top of that, I'm using a 4th finger for the D. There's a lot going on in this piece. Slurs, retakes, 4th fingers. Cellos, lucky you. You don't have to worry about 4th fingers, but you do need to worry about slurs and retakes. Let me play it through for you. Rest, rest. Rest and retake. finger, slur. See at the end, there is a slur between two G's. That's no longer called a slur because it's the same note tied together. So we call it a tie. So that G in the last measure is worth how many beats? Do the math. A half note and a quarter note, and then there's a quarter note rest. That totals 4. The note you play is worth 3 beats. Practice this one. Look out for fourth fingers, retakes on the bows, and slurs. You can just take any measure that you are interested in playing. I'm looking at the first measure of the second line of this piece long, long ago. That's beautiful, isn't it? That lovely open G. All we're doing is going up the scale. G, A, B, C, D. There are patterns in here that you already know, okay? It's the G major scale right there. Break it down into chunks. It sounds so beautiful on the G string. That's all for now. There's one more video to come. We're going to look at eighth notes and some new pieces. Replay this, visit these pieces in your books and in the app that goes with the book, okay? Keep practicing. Practice makes progress, all right? Practice doesn't make perfect. We're not aiming for perfect. We're aiming for progress, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.